So there's no way that Lisa Vanderpump did not see that OnlyFans video.
Just over Ken's shoulder the one time. He had the robe on, so...
I'm not really sure what I've done to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, so
the best part was, though, he didn't know they worked there. He just found his way onto the video, and she's like, oh, those are my boys. Like, yeah. That's why I was checking it out, darling.
So naive.
Doing my HR work.
That's right. Lisa's so naive. What? But hello, everyone. We made it to the end. This is season 12. The second part of the reunion, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio podcast. And we have finished a whole complete season with these new, but ever surprising dummies.
15 weeks in a row with them.
We've been here the whole way. We've been here the whole way. So we were a little hard on reunion 1.
Yeah, well, we were let down a little.
Yeah.
We thought it was a little slim.
Did this make up for it? Did part 2?
I'm good. This could have been the only one.
Oh, by the way,
I think.
I am Sunday, pop culture professor, self-proclaimed expert all things pop culture.
I am Jeff, self-proclaimed expert on doing intros 2 minutes into the podcast.
We got to get to it. Also, if you are new here, welcome to the very last episode of this season. You can find us in many other areas. We're doing the OG season 3. We are about at the end of season 3 for Vanderpump Rules. We're doing Top Chef. We've got all kinds of really fun content. Jeff makes some fun recommendations. We're interviewing chefs. We are really in the zeitgeist. That is where his expertise really comes in handy. And I show up as the fresh-faced, bright-eyed newbie in all episodes. So come back. We have done 1 episode of Top Chef by now because they re-aired the premiere.
Right. 2 weeks in a row of it.
But come back Monday nights. Now that you have nothing to watch on Tuesday nights, you can just swap over to Monday nights and listen to our coverage of Top Chef. And then Monday mornings and Wednesday mornings is when our OG episodes of Vanderpump drop.
And we'll be having fun the rest of the time.
That's right. That's right. All right. So we pick up with Andy being just real.
Asking the question all ladies like to hear.
Yeah.
Why are you so mad today?
Yeah. Not packed with misogyny anyway. Why are you so... And he just he presented it real matter of fact. So Audrey, why are you so mad today? Well, then she starts to unpack it. And that question really inflames her in a way. And she talks about being brutalized on social media. Mm-hmm. And right before we started recording, you were doing a little social media catch up.
Yeah.
Tell us what you found.
Well, there's been lots of social media, I mean, as we get later on, there's lots of stuff. There's as much on the show on Instagram.
Yeah.
As there is on the actual show week to week.
This could totally be.
And they have their own fans. They have their own live interaction. I mean.
And this could be because of the youth. I said this before too. But like a lot of what they do on Instagram, even though I follow them, happens on their stories and they're commenting. And things are kind of like going back and forth in a way that are gone before like the oldies like me can get to it. And so I'm relying on like people talking about it in the news. And so apparently, Angelica has some very rabid fans who are real diehard loyal to her because Audrey said that she was getting like death threats and
lots of them.
Yeah. Y'all, calm down. If you are tempted to make a death threat to a woman you've never met on the internet, I need you to go touch some grass. Like get some fresh air, get an ice cream cone. Like that parasocial relationship is not doing it for you.
Yeah, I am sorry that your favorite reality TV star got insulted at a comedy show, but that's just what happened there.
We're going to come back to the comedy show because I stand by my original opinion that it was real bad for me to watch, but we'll come back to it. So this is where this segment that lasts for a solid 10 to 15 minutes where they're talking about penis pump. There's penis pump questions for Angelica, for Jason, for Chris, for Lisa, for Audrey. There's a lot of talk about it. And Andy asked the question that I think is kind of like, duh. Did you do this to embarrass him in front of his boss?
Right.
100% she did. Right? She didn't even really answer the question too. Like, of course she did it to embarrass him.
Yeah, and they asked, like, was it to educate, your boss, was it to educate Lisa about it? So we get a nice little behind the scenes of, our LVP getting educated about the penis pump.
Yeah, and as we like to do, we like to highlight some Lisa-isms. Here is where she is sort of like exploring what a fleshlight is.
Right.
Jesus forgive me for talking about fleshlight out loud on a podcast, but she seems very confused. And Mary like, what? You put your winky in the torch? Like, what? And then she cannot really grapple with what a penis pump's function is.
I like that it's when she finds out it's maybe for their work, for their pictures that they need it. She kind of embraces it like, oh, okay, it's something to get there because she respects a side hustle.
Yeah.
And I think she immediately is like, oh, well, it helps them with their work. It's like a tax write-off scenario. Like, oh, that's for work?
But listen.
We'll let that play here,
Just like Ken knows what these men are doing on OnlyFans, Ken knows what a penis pump is. He's 117 and a half years old. This man knows what a penis pump is. Like, Lisa, they grew up in the 70s and 80s in, like, London. Like, come on. Stop acting like you were born yesterday, people.
Well, and at least she's not, acting offended by it. The person, the child who came up and told her about it is the one that wants to act all offended.
She's so prudish.
She's got questions. Like, do you have to take breaks? Can you do it in the moment? Oh, and they explain a little bit.
We got some practical advice.
Yeah.
So typically they are doing it for underwear pics. They want it to look good as they are, wearing things, and they'll pop into the shower and he does it for 5 minutes and he's good all day because nobody wants a shrimp dick, and you pump it up a little bit, and there it is.
That's hands-on male stripper experience you're not going to get from every reality show.
Yeah,
and I respect that. Jason's very upfront about it.
And I really like how they are refusing to be ashamed about it. I find that to be very endearing because Angelica's whole freaking thing is you should be embarrassed about this really like shameful thing you did, and how dare you not shrink and turn in on yourself. And they don't, and I really like that a lot. And it comes out that Angelica did erectile dysfunction commercials. Did we know that before?
Yeah, I'd seen it at first. I thought it was a penis pump commercial, and I was like, wow, they really. But then I saw that it was the Hims ED meds.
Okay, well, that feels a little hypocritical, right? Because we're all doing sort of like these sexual affirming things.
That's what everyone
a penis pump, a penis pump, a cock ring, as Andy brings up. All these things are like, tools. And she is just but she does that thing that I hate when women do, or anybody really, when you're sort of confronted with someone's feelings about what you did. God, it was just a joke. Ugh, like, why are you so being so sensitive? I was just teasing. I wasn't trying to do anything. I'm just teasing. That is the absolute smallest thing you can do.
Well, remember, she does know comedy. She knows how to tell jokes. Like, you're ugly. Comedy. I did get a little confused maybe worried more when Andy just, casually slid cock ring in there. And I was like, is this going to be a whole nother? I thought we might just divert that into a whole separate conversation. But
Andy drops a few bombs in here. We'll get to him in a little bit. But
I think he might have been like us in the first one and wanted a little more action. And he's like, I'm going to keep coming.
He tried. He tried these.
He had his own little bingo card, I think, to fill out.
And these folks, I don't know if they were worried to go full on during a reunion because they'd already seen themselves on it, or they just are boring in a way because they weren't super drunk and hammered, but they just were not acting like the same explosive, volatile humans that we've been watching for 15, 16 weeks. Like, who were these zombie people?
I like, we get a little bit off of just the penis pump and a little bit more in like how it played out with everybody. They're wondering why it was okay, for Audrey to say something when Angelica did. And of course, everybody's like, I told the one person, you went on a rampage. We're all chanting it. I mean.
And then I like this too. There was a couple of like little moments here where Angelica tries to apologize. She's like, I'm really sorry. Everybody's like, no, boo, shut up. Shut up, you suck. Nobody cares about your shit. Be quiet. And then Jason says, I'm not really embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for you.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's such a burn. That is such a burn.
Embarrassed for Angelica.
Yeah. Yeah, I am embarrassed for her because you are acting a fool. And she was. And like, we'll talk about our predictions, but what do you think the chances are of Angelica returning for season 13? Do you think they're high or low?
I would think high. She seems to have a good viewership, so
you're
she's
right.
getting the numbers, I guess.
She's just not getting a real good edit, though. Like, she is not coming out
I
as
think
a
her
person.
edit's just fine.
Well, Audrey says, fine. You
have a heart.
Sure, yeah, great.
Some proof there's a heart.
Yeah, like, great. Well, BRB, we'll let you know. And then Shayne Davis comes up, and then we get a little bit of backstory here. And he's everybody's favorite wild card. And we get a little sort of like lore into him and Marcus's friendship. They were the modeling agency duo, the twins.
Yeah.
Man, it took a real divergent turn for Marcus than it did for Shayne, didn't it?
It really did. We get that great. They share the moment again of when they had just like pulled off to the side of the road earlier in the season.
When Marcus wanted to kiss him and really just like press his naked male body against another naked male body. Yes, I do remember it because Marcus wants to be with men so bad. Like he can barely contain his homoerotic lust. It crops up over and over and over again through this entire reunion. I wrote it so many times. I'll come back to it every time. But there's that he even chokes up whenever Andy talks about they had their billboard moment, and he's just like so connected to Shayne in that way. It's like, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. And Hulk Hogan just comes out of his mouth every time he gets any kind of emotion. And I'm like, Marcus, like, okay, calm down with the brother.
He does go brother heavy, but all that stuff from Marcus is great for Shayne. But I think the real icing on the cake is Audrey calling him a magical witch. Like, that's how we knew that. He's a magic. And they're like, right. Well, that's what I am now. That's going on the resume.
Right. That was Venus, right? She called Venus a magical witch because Venus manifested all of these big dreams of the billboard and stuff.
I thought that was Shayne saying that's where we're going to be. You don't want to look up there and see me without you.
Maybe. I was jotting down so many things.
I think this was just strictly Shayne and Marcus.
Well, I was so busy writing down what Shayne has been sober for so many years. So he's been sober for like these 3 things for 10 years.
Off of everything now.
Yeah, for 2.5 years, right? I think that his last marker was this, but it's a real long laundry list. We also get back into his very tragic backstory. Him and his mother. His mother sort of like handed down her addiction. He was like running a gun in the trailer park. And
drinking since 5.
Yeah, smoking crack, breaking into houses, like living really hard. And then, because as you have suggested before, Lisa Vanderpump has never seen this show.
That's true.
So this is the first time she's heard this very sad story from Shayne. And so he talks about, my parents loved me the best they could. And Lisa's like, did you think that you just want to be loved?
Why are you so emotional?
Why are you so emotional, sir, as you tell this horrific, terrible story about how you were mishandled and abused and left for neglect? Why? Why are you so upset?
Do you think if Lisa was shown a picture of like my house and she's like, is that a trailer park? I get it.
Is that what she thinks? That she,
this is a trailer. Like,
yeah. But like, she really lays it on thick though. Now that she understands
she's touched
who this person is for the first time in all these many weeks, these many episodes, he's very special.
Yeah.
You're more than enough, Shayne. I love you.
Yeah. She's into it. Proud to have him for a son even, I think. I mean, I think she's all of us when it was like 5 weeks in. We were like, who's this dingbat? I don't know. Shayne seems cheesy. What a weird laugh.
Right.
And then we got all the story and heard it for the first time. We were like,
because she hasn't seen any episodes.
I like the Shayne guy. And here is Lisa months later.
Like, this guy that I cast and sign his checks, like maybe he is valuable. And, he says that he went from like a typical F-boy. Now he's just advocating for sobriety and happiness. And I do believe this. Before I come too hot for him, I do believe that he aspires to be that kind of person, that he wants that to be his brand. I think that he does work really hard at his sobriety, and he does really value that particular part of his mental health. But he is absolutely a fuckboy in every like stretch of that definition, this man is a fuckboy. And he said some things in this freaking reunion. He took me on a real roller coaster because 1 minute I'm like, oh, heartbreak, love you, send you all my love, to be like, fuck this motherfucker.
Well, do you have heart for the guy who's actively fighting the natural fuckboy energy that he has so strong inside him?
No, because he can't even help it. He's like, I mean, I really just wanted to be the kind who could bench 315, but I got there. Gross. Like, everybody's crying, dabbing their eyes from your story about your mom in the trailer park, and then you're like out here talking about like bench pressing and fucking bitches. Like, I cannot.
He held it to 6 women last year. Not bad.
Yeah. I mean, I don't believe that.
I bet these are record numbers.
Jeff, we saw...
record lows, that is.
Yes, he says that, but we saw at least 10. Like, think about it. He had one in the apartment.
We have the 2 ones right there.
Yes, and he had one in his apartment, and the one who was waiting in the car.
One that he took to Audrey's theater. Now, we don't know he's sleeping with all those women, right?
Come on. Naive. And then the one that he brought into Sir to make Natalie jealous. Yeah. And then Natalie, and then Angelica. So I don't believe it. But everybody's crying. He's
right
crying.
Now it's emotional.
She's crying. Yeah,
he's super shaken. Yeah. We even get like the little, substance abuse and mental health hotline.
Yeah, we do. If you're struggling.
From the Bravo folks. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're struggling.
Help is out there.
They break for lunch, and Lisa's purse looks like somebody's pubes. I couldn't decide. I don't know if it was Venus.
It's Venus's.
Okay. I wrote it down. And Angelica, with the pick-me energy, always comes up to Audrey. It's like, look, I think we made some really good strides. Like, right? Like, we're friends, right? We're friends. Are we good? Are we good? Are we friends? Are we good? We're okay? We're okay? And Audrey's like, sure. We'll see.
I thought for a second, I was like, is this some secret alliance they're catching? Because the way the camera angled, and then I saw Audrey's body language. I was like, no.
There is nothing authentic about Angelica. And I do not mean her giant softball titties. I do not mean those veneers that are brand new. Like, I mean, like, she does not know how to live in the world as the person that she is. Whether or not she knows who she is or not, or she's just like constantly always performing, there is nothing authentic about this woman. And I find that to be wildly off-putting, among many other things that I find off-putting about her. But that is so hard for me to connect with this person on my screen. It's like, who even are you? What? Or why are you?
That's the big thing about her. And I think that's what keeps people from really feeling for her. Like Shayne, we see do some dirty ass shit. He tells us his story, like some other things where like, okay, well, it seems like I see where you're coming from. I feel this. And we give him a little. Angelica never has a moment where.
So, Pinot Pod, if you are one of Angelica's stans, and I'm being dead serious, come at us and explain to me what endears you to her. Because, Jeff and I are both ladies of a certain age. And maybe we have enough distance from this particular kind of woman that we are not seeing what's endearing about her. I can't find what qualities are making people take to the internet and fire off death threats to Audrey on her behalf. I can't find it. I don't understand what they see in her. And that's mean for sure. But,
I think it's a genuine question.
So come at us. Then we talk about this whole like San Luis Obispo situation. And did I skip something?
Well, we get little Demi action for a little solo. We get to talk to her and her alone for a little.
Demi had to hurry off and like go back and like cut limes.
Yeah,
that's right. She had to cut limes in assigned sections.
But your favorite phrase of the entire year, penis pump aside, special hugs.
Oh,
so
that's
Andy,
right. I
have that one also. You might have just not written. Did you black out for a second when they said special hugs?
So.
But, Andy is like, well, the audience was thinking this too. I saw you notice the special hugs and we're like, of course, yes. And then there's some
They obviously got all together and was like, listen, nobody talk about what the special hug really is. Nobody talk about my past. Nobody talk about my foster home situation. Nobody talk about my stepdad and his special hugs. Like they obviously all got together and was like, okay, all right, dude, we're going to talk about that. You were just jealous and it was one hand, two arms, whatever.
He says, to keep it real, it's a normal hug.
I was just jealous.
My bitch assness came out. That's a thing he said.
I know, and it's so funny to hear it come out of your mouth.
That's a thing that grown man said.
Yes, this grown man who previously was really upset about special hugs admits that it was his bitch assness. But yes, I did try to blow by it because I wrote, it's just a normal hug. Parenthetically, yeah, right. And that he was just jealous, parenthetically, and trauma. So, Marcus, find a therapist. You've got some things to work out.
But now we can get to the juicy Andy Cohen's fever dream in San Luis Obispo, the whole crew.
And we got some unseen footage. Now, I do enjoy when a reunion does that. Like, that is, why else do we need a reunion if you aren't going to give us some behind the scenes, if you're going to give us some unused stuff? It was like, on our regular vintage Vanderpump, sometimes we'll get a secrets revealed. And sometimes it's so juicy. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's lackluster. But we get that Jason was going full on. He went back for seconds for Venus. And besides, I'm surprised that Venus isn't out here just like giving special hugs to everybody. 8 years. Like he's about to burst out of his clothes like the freaking gay Hulk. And Andy complimented him. He's like, you know what, Jason, I really like that you're just like so comfortable in your own sexuality that you're just like out here tonguing down gay folks in public. Sure, love it.
He tries to describe it like, well, we were looking at each other, going through the scenario. Like, you just wanted to kiss him. Yeah. That's fine. I don't know what scenario.
And then Marcus is up there grinding his teeth, like, oh. I just mentioned, like, Marcus just wants to be so gay. Like, just be gay for Venus, Marcus. Like, you have the wish to come out. You can be a late in life gay person. It's fine. Just be gay for Venus or for Shayne or for et cetera, because it's fine. Then there's this whole conversation about Natalie's pheromones. Like,
well, also she, opposite of Jason, who was the best kisser, Natalie was the worst kisser.
Because of her strawberry tongue?
Her little strawberry tongue.
I don't think I care for that.
I like that she thinks it's cute. That's what she said.
Yeah,
she was like,
of course.
It's cute. I was like, right on, Natalie.
Is it rough? Like, I mean, I don't know. Is it sweet? She's got some real, natural woman scent.
Yeah.
As he calls it. And then there's this whole conversation about three-way because we did have that episode about the biggest tease ever because three-way was built right into the name of the episode, the title. And we got so far from a three-way. And to come to find out, even they were so far from a three-way. Natalie's never had one. Chris has never. Jason has never had one.
Yeah, he says same, and I'm like, I was about to say, know.
Maybe you should look into that OnlyFans. Well, people make good money for that.
Actually, it's when Natalie says, it takes a lot, actually, for me to go to bed with somebody. And Jason was like,
he was like, yeah, me too.
Same. I was like,
sure, boo.
No, I don't know if you heard it right.
And then
it's hard for her to let people in. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. You're not
gonna... Then the camera pans to Shayne's face. And he's just like grinning, like, obviously Shayne has just been fucking bitches for et cetera. But here's what. Shayne says, I mean, it wasn't just like two women. They blow by that so fast. I'm sorry. Time out.
No.
Time out.
He's talking about how he has done it in a cemetery. But he hasn't been with two women at the same time in a cemetery.
No, that's not what my ears heard.
That is what happened.
No, he says he totally has had a three-way, obviously, but it wasn't two women.
No. No.
So the way that it hit my ears is like, oh, we're having like a mixed gender three-way.
Switched from like who all's had a three-way to like, hey, also a few of us have had sex in a cemetery.
Boring. Like, come on.
Cemetery sex.
Yeah, because, 2 out of the 12 of them or whatever have had cemetery sex, I guess. Then the talk turns to ethical non-monogamy. Okay. And, he frames it as feminism. He's like, I want the woman to be able to choose.
That's right. The boundaries are up to the woman.
That's right. I really want her to have the choice. I'm going to tell her that I'm going to fuck around on her.
Right.
And then she can choose to stay or leave.
That's cutting out the confusion
That's
there.
Right. That is progressive.
Now, honestly, you compare that to another relationship in the season here, like a Chris and Audrey, and, well, at least it isn't confusing like that.
Right.
Correct.
And I will give...
dissatisfying in another way. But yeah, not the same.
I mean, and this is where he says that he's had 6 women in 2025, which was the all-time low, which I already disagree with that number. But 2 of those women are sitting in that freaking reunion right now.
Yeah.
Angelica, which she said was one and done. Girl, the way you were begging for it and rattling his door handle in the desert, I don't believe that.
But the way he was not paying attention to her the next day, let us know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe that she was, she's so self-righteous that she did it one time. This girl was begging for it. Okay. I'm not, but I don't, what was he saying? He said that who did he didn't reach out for a week and then it let him off the hook? Who was he talking about there? Was that Natalie or Angelica that he was talking about like that?
I think that's Natalie. Yeah. But they go into comparing the 2 of them, and Angelica and Natalie start to get into it a little bit.
I mean, my heart is always going to be with our favorite passenger, Natalie.
Absolutely. And I mean, to get into specific questions about LAX guy, I was like, oh, I didn't know if we needed LAX guy follow-up. Really.
Right. Well, apparently they want to have babies and get married. But she said that she was fucking Shayne with this guy. So I'm like, oh, and then everybody's ethically non-monogamous then because LAX knew that you were fucking him and he knew all this. I'm like, what is even the conversation? Y'all are all EMN, ENM, whatever. And so why even have a conversation about it when y'all are all fucking around all the time and y'all are trying to draw these very specific boundaries about commitment and this? No, y'all are all under 30. Just fuck around.
Well, and I mean, Natalie's part of the crew. Be single for a minute. It's rad.
Yeah.
And you can do that. Just be single for a minute.
Except she's pining real hard.
She may not want to be single. It's the only issue.
She's pining real hard for Shayne. And, Marcus gets a little poetic right here.
Yeah, what was it?
Their story is still being written.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
That was a good way to put that, Mark.
Yeah, it really was. They're not fucking. Less nice to put, but they're sleeping in the same bed. They're giving massages. They're scratching each other's heads. They're talking for hours. So, listen, I'm remiss to diagnose someone. Just kidding. I love it.
It's the first move.
What she says is so keen and so aware of this person that she's friends with. They call each other best friends, but she describes it very plain. He is scared. He really likes me. That's why we're not fucking. Because the minute that we start sleeping together, he is going to run for the hills. And then he kind of chimes in and is talking about, once we get that close, I'm going to disappoint her. I'm going to let her down. I am going to do something that is going to hurt her feelings. And then all of this is ruined. And Andy presses that bruise just a little bit. He's like, well, couldn't this be the basis of a friendship or a relationship? And, I guess he's fairly new in his total sobriety. So, maybe he's still trying to, work through some of, feeling emotions and stuff. But, sir, you're not 21. He's in his 30s, right?
I think, though, the relationship and dating thing is something he's trying to hone in. He is some of his substance stuff. So, going from the relationships he's used to dating somebody for him at this point is a big move. He doesn't want to screw it up. He's nervous about it.
Yeah.
And, he just he feels like he's hurt a lot of people before in his past that have been close to him and he doesn't want to now.
But he's receiving the girlfriend experience.
Absolutely.
From Natalie.
He's getting good night's sleep over there.
Yeah. But not performing the boyfriend experience. And so it feels a little lopsided. Meanwhile, Natalie's over here holding her breath. And you could just tell, the energy was emanating. She's like, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to throw you under the bus. And you're good? Okay. Just the way that she positioned herself in his, aura.
Yeah.
You can tell she wants it. And come on, Shayne, either do it or don't. Let this woman go because it's not a fair situation for her to sit around and wait for him to be totally healed, which, by the way, hold your breath, Natalie, and for him to give her what she really wants. And this is where he says that fucking bullshit. It is what Fuckboys is the title of their book. It's a real bad idea to get close to me. I wanted to punch him. You had me, and then you lost me. And Marcus is just mad that he's not getting all of this love and attention from Shayne.
LDP pipes up in his support also. Like, he just doesn't want to let her down. Like, she just echoes what he said.
Right. Because she's hearing it for the first time.
She's invested now. Yeah, she's super invested immediately.
But it's a bad idea to get close to me, which, love the Bravo editors. In a few minutes, they show him saying the same thing to Angelica.
Yeah, we go to them at the Paso Robles. And, it's after she does the stalking, texting him from
rattled the handle. Room. Let me in.
Shayne locked a girl out of his room. I feel like that was a big move for him.
I mean, yeah, but he's using the same line, like, yeah, getting romantic is a real bad idea.
I mean, we will have sex.
Yeah, I mean, I'll fuck you, but let's not blur the lines here, sir. But that's emblematic of an attitude,
well,
right?
And this crew is done all season long. They just layer. So all this is thick enough. Old LAX boy comes up again, and Shayne's like, yeah, they've had trouble. So I've needed to be there for Angelica. What's this going on?
Yeah, this is where she contextualizes with, I want marriage and kids. We're talking about moving in together. So she contextualizes this next conversation. They have a whole big thing about what you just said. But keep in mind that this woman's talking about getting married to him, having a baby, which I think I've seen on social media that they've already broken up, but I don't know, TBD.
Sure.
And then they get into some of the issues that they're having. Right? Everybody has a freaking story about this. About what kind of person he is, right? Demi took a break from, polishing glasses for just a few minutes to meet him.
Yeah, and now to voice up that she doesn't like him.
Mm-mm.
That's 6 roll-ups of silverware she could have done right there.
So much so, she took the family and friends discount off his bill because he is neither family.
Neither friends nor family. Demi has rescinded the discount.
Yeah. Marcus, I don't know. It seems like there's something happening between Marcus and Angelica and Kim. They made some kind of alliance before they came out. They're like, we're going to have each other's back. So this is where he chimes in and takes up for LAX. And it's like, man, he's a good looking guy. He never misses an opportunity to talk about how hot a man is. This man is never going to not talk about a good-looking, handsome person. I'm just saying. And this is where I have Kim's voice is the worst, and her spray tan is abominable.
But what does she pick up on here is the thing.
This is not the only time.
No.
What? Tell me what you heard.
Well, they're talking about horrible relationships. I mean, everybody's telling stories on the LAX guy, and Kim's like, let me just say something. I recognize this is an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Because she can recognize it for one reason. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because she sees herself in this relationship, in this toxic, volatile relationship, and so she can understand. And this is not the first time she's done this.
No.
And it's like Kim has a nail in her head, and she is walking around talking about what a headache she has, and everybody's like, "Hey, man, maybe take that nail out of your head." She's like, "No, it's not the nail. It's not the nail. It's not the nail. I just have a real bad headache." She is always talking about, I really see the toxicity that's happening, and I can just see that Angelica's feeling small in this relationship, and she's not herself, and everybody's like this.
Are you talking about yourself,
girl?
Yeah.
I know. And
it's he's taking away her shine, and I'm like, oh, is Kim talking about Kim?
And also because Lisa doesn't watch this show, she does not pick up on that, and she just has this really burn. She's like, well, listen, I'm not trying to take relationship advice from you. Sorry, love you. No offense.
Bless you, though.
Yeah, bless you. Love you. No offense, but just shut your dumb mouth because you're married to this fucker or want to be married. Baby packed? I can't.
More angelic. I just thought that him being the shoulder to cry on for her was weird, and now they've got a baby pack.
How old is Angelica?
I've got like late 20s, right?
And from Texas.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe it's the culture creeping in.
Yeah, but they had this pact going the first time they slept together.
Jeff,
that's a wild thing to talk about the first time you sleep with
even
someone.
Natalie's like, is that pillow talk? But like, let's take it back to our single days.
She says it's like children playing pillow talk, I think.
Like, let's take it back to our single days. And you have met this person. It's not serious. You guys roll around, they'll get tangled up a little bit, and y'all are just laying there kind of like figure it out. And this woman turns to you and is like, hey, you want to have a baby when we're 40?
Yeah. I mean, we know it's red flag central over at Angelica's. I mean, we've always, known it's only red flags over there. But the first time, that's what you're talking about after?
The puff of smoke that would have been whenever I got out the door, like, there would be no way. And like, listen.
I'm just a guy running with a wallet and a phone.
I'll say
that's it.
A lot of things about Shayne. He is absolutely a fuckboy. And maybe because he has fucked so many women and fucked so many women over, he understands the diplomacy in this way where he did not run. He's like, sure. Fine, baby pack. Can we sleep together again? He doesn't alienate her. He doesn't like bust through the wall like the Kool-Aid man. He really kind of validates the situation. And meanwhile,
locked her out.
But, handled it in a way that wasn't so confrontational.
Put a physical barrier between the two.
And then, but, he says, there's going to be some real good genes between the two of,
oh, yeah.
His cheekbones and his blonde hair and his hazel eyes. It's a real Aryan nation over there. Except for Angelica with her dark features and stuff. This is really going to just like taint the gene pool.
But they're genetically fortunate.
Yeah, they are. Which I think he just meant how handsome they are. I don't know what he was doing with that. I'm going to let you talk about Audrey stand-up because no thank you. Nope.
Yeah, I could skip it all. I mean, I'm for it when like Natalie gets her back immediately and I'm like, all right, well, I'm with Natalie.
What does Marcus say though that she did? What did he say she did?
In the moment, they all felt bad.
And he was like,
big "oh please" from Audrey,
and he's like, when you emptied the clip,
on
Angelica,
our jaw dropped when you emptied the clip.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I noticed a couple of times when Angelica was talking about it? She says a couple of times, and she says it later about how I would really like to have female relationships in which we embarrass men. Mm-hmm. And then Venus says here, it's like, Angelica will embarrass a man. She's a real jabber. And I find that interesting, that dynamic that I guess she needs somebody she can insult or that she can kind of like put in their place. And when that happened to her, she wasn't having it. And she made some flashback to her saying some things about...
This is your Sid the Sloth reference.
This is the Sid the Sloth.
Ice Age reference.
And we had to look it up. But, okay. And then there's a lot of back and forth about it. It was funny. There's a lot of just
yelling. Here's how I covered it right here in the notes.
Jeff just got all caps yelling.
That's it. That's kind of what happened.
But then,
like, let's talk about the stand-up.
Yeah. And Audrey winds up apologizing for the quote Instagram, and then she doesn't realize the relationship was so crazy. And I don't know, I felt like some of the editing got lost there. Like because of all the shouting and stuff, I don't really know. I guess maybe she was talking about the relationship with the ex and her coming for him was like dangerous because it was so volatile, but like blah, 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 whatever. Who cares? LVP's Rose turned into a person. Okay.
That was the funniest. That was one of that's.
That was what you liked about it. That was the
highlight of this whole part right
but
here.
Listen though, Jeff. Though the question of the night is like, Lisa, why would you choose Venus to lead Bride?
Who else? Look, the only other runner-up to Venus hosting it was Jiggy's Ghost. That was the other gayest thing that was in.
What do you mean? Why did you choose Venus? Who else are you going to choose? Shayne? Like. What do you mean? That's so stupid. And then another bomb was dropped when they were talking about how sweet his dad was. And Venus admits that he hasn't watched all the episodes of VPR. Yeah. Sir, how dare you?
We should have him on.
I mean, I will reach out. Venus, if you're listening, call me up. I mean, like, how are you not? Your dad has the time to watch all the episodes. Right now we are in season 3 in which Kristen is She is going through it. Your dad can be along with Kristen Doty, and you can't? Like, I don't know. I don't know, sir. Oh, we also learned that Audrey is queer here.
Yeah.
Is Audrey also from Texas?
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of Texas, right? Venus, Angelica, Audrey. Do they send a casting crew down to Texas and be like, come one, come all?
Well, I think there's a lot of Texas coming out. I think, Audrey seems like a real Austinarian, like a LA to Austin pipeline kind of thing.
Coincidental that all these folks wound up on Vanderpump Rules?
Probably.
Okay, that feels very naive, but
there's a lot of them.
But so Audrey is queer. She was with a relationship with a person who was assigned woman at birth, and then that person transitioned, and now they live as a man. And she's like, that really kind of empowered her to understand that her sexual fluidity. Yeah. Kiss a girl, Audrey. That's the only thing I have to say about it. Kiss a girl, get with a girl.
She learned a lot.
Fuck those kids, get with a girl, and then. More baby talk.
Yeah. I didn't want to hear more stand-up necessarily. I didn't want to hear more penis poke necessarily. But if I can avoid Pregnancy Wishes by Marcus and Kim, I'll run back to either one of those.
And Marcus is the one who is so horny to have a baby.
Yeah.
Because he's got to fill the hole in his heart that the special hugs left. I mean, that is no reason. He's trying to lock her down though, right? Like that's a keep a lady baby.
Yeah, she's also very quick to tell everybody that not everyone's 100% ready for a baby. Like no one ever is.
Well,
like we're like especially you, but she says he's going to be a great father.
Yeah. Because Andy and LVP both kind of chime in.
You wrote that he was trying to trap her.
Andy's like, well, there's levels of ready. And then Lisa's kind of like, well, yeah, I mean, maybe start out with a stable relationship. These assholes have broken up 13 times in the last 18 months.
Right. That's because Kim's traditional.
You just looked me straight in my face and said that to me.
That's how she tries to do it.
I cannot. Jeff was just looked at me straight face. But then Andy.
As if she's not going to have a schnauzer with a matching haircut as her one day.
Named Molly. Yeah.
Then Andy, he asked the hard questions.
Yeah, he's really this Pulitzer Prize over here. Are you pulling out?
You thought it was gross already this episode? Man.
Andy, speaking of straight face, asking a question, Andy asks, are you pulling out?
Yeah.
And I just wrote too far. And then I think LVP tries to cut the tension.
The response was too far.
Yeah, well, you say it. He hasn't.
He hadn't done that since college, man.
Gross. Ugh.
Natalie's covering her face. Cannot believe it.
Listen, if you have ever slept with Marcus and over the course since college, I really hope you were on birth control. Get yourself an IUD, get you an implant, get you the ring.
It's only Kim.
No, they've only been together 13 months.
It's only Kim.
Well, but I think Lisa's trying to cut the tension or whatever from that weirdness, and she's like, "Well, Andy, do you pull out?" Andy's like,
"Not worried.
Not worried about that. No, I'm not impregnating anybody's butt. Okay, calm down." And then more. We go even bluer here.
Yeah, Andy's on a roll.
We go from the toilet to the sewer, and we talk about incest. What other podcast is bringing you this really hard-hitting reporting about incest? Cousin fucking.
Well, were you going to did you see us having Vanderpump Rules off-menu beef selection
I was wondering
coming?
If you were going to use the phrase off-menu beef. Listen, I made a comment about Top Chef's puns last week, and I was like, Top Chef don't got shit on Andy Cohen. This man used the phrase off-menu beef talking about cousin fucking. That is ballsy. So to speak.
We'll see what happens. We're only one episode into Top Chef, so we have a set of twins on there. There's a married couple. Yeah, all kinds of stuff
Jeff,
could happen.
If somebody uses the phrase off-menu beef on Top Chef, I will write you a check for $1,000.
You heard it here. That's legally binding.
I am saying off-menu beef
on
feels like
podcast?
There's crossover. There's crossover. I'm just saying it could happen. Oh.
What do you want to say about the video?
I don't want to say anything outside of Angelica made all of this smoke from the caption.
Yeah.
From the caption. At least Demi watched 45 seconds of it.
Two and two together. All right.
And she put 2 and 2 together and got 1.5. Demi, she wasn't ready.
No.
Mm-mm.
She thinks it's weird.
And Jason was like, yeah, I mean, sure, it's homoerotic. Okay.
Oh, the most confident. Yeah.
I love that, though, because, like, the whole idea that we're trying to shame these men for doing something. And also, too, I just want to say this. We live in Georgia. Do you know Atlanta is the #1 place for OnlyFans creators? Georgia is in the top 5 for income created, income spent, content videos made. Georgia is like the hub. We are the OnlyFans capital of the United States. And I tried to write about it, but my editor said, no, Sunday, calm it down. But
you can see them walking around like the running trails in Atlanta. They have their Follow Me on OnlyFans shirts on.
I mean it's like we're acting like this is some shady, disgusting thing, and it's not. I mean, sex work is still work. We do get a little bit of insight into some of the things that they've asked us to do. And, I'm never going to kink shame, ever.
Uh-huh.
But I need to talk about pretending to be a peanut that is being shelled and ingested.
That's not something you would pay somebody $1,500 to do?
I wouldn't pay. I mean, I would 100% receive $1,500 because it seems like the absolute, like, lowest effort ever. What are you, just laying on the couch?
Yeah, I mean, what a world, though, that someone who wants that can find someone who can do that, and there's a price tag for it. And I mean, what a wonderful futuristic world we're living in.
My mother used to always say, there's a lid for every pot.
If I could find somebody that would pretend to be a peanut.
Right. And there's like pies and feet, and there's a lot of things. Audrey here, I don't know what she was doing. I think maybe she was trying to save him or like lend credibility. She was like, yeah, I mean, shut up, Angelica. Shayne told a story about cousin finger banging, which it turned out not to be finger banging, but don't make me say it out loud.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. And I wrote to divert ? To distract ? Like, what was she thought she was doing? I think she was trying to like draw a line from cousin incest to cousin incest.
Meanwhile, you weren't thinking about who the porn star Chris had been with is?
I wanted to. I want to look it up. Did you look it up?
I haven't looked it up.
I will be looking it up.
Andy threw the White Lotus reference out there. I've been wanting to do that all year.
But also,
completely forget every week.
He didn't just throw it out. He asked them to judge it from 0 to White Lotus on a scale, and nobody gave us a definitive answer.
That's true.
Right?
That's something we need.
We did not get the White Lotus incest scale.
And no secrets revealed. That'd be perfect.
Right. And I mean, like, what they described, they were a little cagey. There was an older man, they were in the shower, there was some massaging. I think Demi full on saw one of the cousins' dicks.
Oh, yeah, she said he did.
Yeah, so like,
and he's like, yeah, well, I was naked early in the video, and I was like, always the part you get naked in first.
Yeah, you typically get naked early. They hired a professional masseuse.
Yeah, there was a pro.
So it's a
licensed technician here.
It's a real classy set they had here. I think Andy like doing the work here. Asked if they touch dicks.
Yeah. That's a thing I read. Were you touching dicks?
I read
Lisa again, I haven't seen it.
Which lies.
Right.
Lies. And then Chris says, I want everyone to watch it. I bet you fucking do, buddy.
Look, if there's a time for it, if you don't want to show other people, show Lisa Vanderpump while the cameras are on right now. What is stopping you? All we're looking for is Lisa's reaction to it. I would rather see that. Honestly.
Everybody go and watch it. Like, pay the $11 to watch it. Like, this is how this man makes it. This is how he keeps the lights on.
You're only saying that so somebody will send it to you.
Send it to me. I looked, though, and because I respect artists.
You looked and found out it cost money?
Well, I didn't want to pay the money. And then I did not want to, like, pirate it because that seems unethical for this man, for me to like steal his content. So I didn't. But, I'm on the cusp. Also, too.
Not all heroes wear capes, people.
Also, I'm not real sure how to explain the credit card charge to my wife about the OnlyFans charge to cousin fuckers. That's a conversation I don't know if I'm ready to have right now. But if somebody would like to watch it and report back, I'm happy to receive that content.
Do it for the show. That's content itself.
You mentioned the porn star. Is he saying in a roundabout way that he legit did porn? Like he filmed content?
One scene. Yeah.
He regrets.
He has done it.
What is one scene of porn?
Well, I mean, that's pretty much how people watch stuff now, is just a scene.
Yeah, but
not the theater days of yore.
Exactly, when they're talking in the beginning and
my taxi driver
setting up the scene. Yeah. Oh, Jason says that somebody wanted to pay him to use the bathroom.
We're almost through with the season. Sunday is really getting the names down now.
Tell me what you think they got paid to pie each other means. Like, is that in the face? Is it in the butt?
Oh, all over. They're probably just, I'm guessing, some tidy whities throwing pies, getting each other.
I thought it would be in the face.
Oh, I think it's all over. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, fair enough.
People like to sit in cakes.
I have seen, not in my...
I did pay $11 for that.
Listen, no, on my FYP, I follow, a couple of sex workers. Shout out.
Wouldn't it be FMP?
Okay. And there was one, a content creator who was doing cake work. She would just put on her little apron naked and sit in cakes, and she made a lot of money. She also got paid to ignore men. I could do that job all day. You want to pay me to ignore you? Send me my Cash App right now. So then here's the final thoughts. Andy goes around and Venus says that his takeaway is stronger male friendships. And Marcus over there just wringing his hands yeah, what do you mean? Stronger in what way? Please let me fuck you. And he feels seen.
He's put himself out there. Feels good about it.
Angelica wants to be a girl's girl. And I'm going to tell you right now, our cousin fuckers are more girls than this fucking woman.
Yeah, I don't think she knows what she wants at all when she's talking about this.
No, she's given, I said this to you, she's given Mandy Moore and Saved, where she's like, oh, I'm going to pray for you, but then I'm going to tattle on you.
She did throw out, men can be trifling, which if we were doing Because the Past, I was like, is this Def Comedy Jam? Y'all, men be trifling out there.
Men be trifling. Men be trifling. But she uses that as a way to say, yes, they be trifling, so we should be meaner to the men, is what she's saying. She's like, I want a girl group who are mean to men.
Who can't, and this is from a person who literally cannot stay away from a man. I mean, physically, if he's close, she's reaching over him.
Yeah.
If she's not in the same room, she has to be locked out to not enter that.
And Shayne even said,
if she breaks up with you, she will stay in the bed.
Shayne said, too, that the reason that he dodged her for a week is because he knew she'd have a boyfriend by the time he came back around.
Correct.
And you know what? Lo and behold, Jason gets quizzed. So his final thoughts have exclusively to do with crab cake. Andy poses all these really philosophical questions to everybody else. And he was like, hey, Jason, name one appetizer. And I thought he got shorted a little bit on that one. Let this man say something.
He didn't even come up. I mean, he was like, somebody's finally the crab cakes. Yeah.
Marcus uses his time to talk about Natalie and Shayne, which I will endorse this message. I think I'll talk more about it in our wants and wishes, but he didn't say one goddamn thing about Kim. Kim didn't even, her final thoughts didn't even make it to the final cut.
Are you more upset if you're Kim for not getting mentioned by your boyfriend? Or are you more upset if you're Natalie for Marcus giving your relationship an endorsement?
I mean, obviously, Kim's always going to be upset.
Right.
She stays mad.
I don't know if you want that green light from Marcus.
Well, Kim is as mad as when she tries to return something without a receipt. She stays mad. She needs to be mad at that goddamn spray tan.
No, she doesn't want store credit.
No, she does not. She wants her cash.
That's right.
She doesn't have that credit card. And then LVP goes around, and I tried.
Her crystal ball. We're getting that. I wanted a whole them to bring it out.
Which I do have a crystal ball at home if you would like to look into your future. I tried to jot it down. It was going so fast, but Shayne, you're enough.
She starts ripping at people like she's an insult comic.
Well,
she wants to see growth more.
Yeah.
More. She wants Marcus and Kim could be more romantic.
She says, Angelica, at least you're consistent. You say shit in front of people like you do behind their back.
More confidence from Venus.
Demi talks about her job. You got an impossible job.
I said that she's basically said Demi's a real worker.
Mm-hmm,
so we got a real worker alert. And the boys have been naughty.
Yeah, well, $11, you'll see exactly how naughty they are.
We'll just sum it. We'll put all y'all together in that.
I think she told Natalie maybe she needs to grow up. I don't know. The camera was panning all around, so I couldn't really.
She's seen Natalie grow up.
Oh, okay, okay. I just wrote grow up.
I mean, just think of this season. She was coming off suspension, and now here she is, song release, top of the world.
Yeah, coming off suspension.
It's pump teeny time.
They tried to call it a penis teeny or penis pump teeny.
They called it a penis pump teeny,
but they didn't make it happen. Yeah. Thank God. That didn't happen. All right, so we're going to do some high-level season, names.
Yeah.
Calls, wins and losers. Who is your overall season winner?
It's Natalie.
Okay. Yeah, I feel bad I didn't make Natalie. I wish I had named Natalie, but tell me yours.
It's, like I said, the comeback kid.
Is it because Passenger?
Passenger is a big part of it, but she was literally coming off, suspension. We're hearing all kinds of crazy stuff about her before we really first meet her. We've seen her do great at her side hustle. She actually does work, it seems, when she's there. There's some concern about that. She, by and large, can get along with everybody. She seems pretty reasonable for the most part.
Yeah. I agree.
For the most part.
I agree with this.
She also seems fun and has stuff to say. That's an awesome combo.
And they painted her as this really crazy girl who was
just going to be drunk and wacky.
And she is really turned out to be this really cool girl. You know what? I'll sleep with you. I'll make out with you. I'll have a 3-way. Fuck it. Whatever. I think.
Isn't it classy to get drunk and make out with people? Fuck yes.
Yeah. That's very posh.
Thank you for being in your 20s.
Yes. Thank you, Natalie. For being in your 20s. And that swimsuit you wore 2 episodes ago. My overall win is Shayne.
All right.
I really kind of wish that he would kind of tighten up on the fuckboyness, but the way that he has talked about his particular sobriety, the way he shows up to events sober, the way that he hangs out until the late hours sober, I think it's really, really star quality. Have I watched any of his short films on TikTok? What do you call them?
Vertical dramas.
Vertical dramas. Have I watched any of his vertical dramas? No, I have not. Will I? Possibly. But I also think, and I'm going to say more about this in a minute, I think that there's something happening in his general growth cycle with Natalie. In the Shayne-sphere with Natalie. I may come back to eat my words, right? And if he keeps saying shit you don't want to get involved with me for your own good, then I'll have to reevaluate. But I think as a persona, he is really, really strong. Everybody loves him. He's very diplomatic. Yes, he did lock his door, but that was probably the best that could have gone.
Absolutely.
Right?
I would much rather be known for the guy that locked her out. Spent too much time and she boiled your bunny.
Well, but he also said too that she had been drinking obviously much more than him. And as a sober person, he was like, no.
He felt better with that.
Yeah. So I think he's the winner. He is the overall winner.
Well, then let's go the other way. Chump. Okay. All-time chump this year.
Oh, it's Angelica forever. It is Angelica forever. This woman, she is one of those kinds of women who needs attention. It was desperate for attention, is jealous when anybody else gets attention. When she gets negative attention, she kind of puts on this, I'm just a baby persona. And now she thinks that this new set of tits is going to be like elevating her in a way. She thinks every man should love her and want her, and when they don't, they're stupid and idiotic, and I'm going to embarrass you. And there is nothing worse than a woman who wants to embarrass a man when they don't deserve it. Of course, a lot of men deserve it, don't get me wrong. But I had a friend that way, and we would go out, and if a man would hit on her or like in a way that was not threatening or gross, and she would just be super mean, like she would insult his looks or this, that is just not a kind person. And Angelica is not a real or a kind person, and I hope that there is some kind of like grow up between 12 and 13.
So you think we'll see her again on this show?
I don't. You said yes.
You think her star's too big?
No, I think she is going to see how she was edited.
Yeah.
And she was going to see how she looks and how all of the other cast interact with her. And I don't think that she is open to being like ridiculed or being vulnerable in that way. She grew up very pretty. Her mommy told her she was a special baby. She was daddy's princess. She was like the head cheerleader and like student body president in her high school of, 100 people. And now that she's around real people who have had real experiences, she's out of her depth.
Yeah, I mean, look at her in the mixed martial arts studio now in the streets. I mean, she's used to those nice judo spots.
Well, yeah, she got thrown around like a rag doll. And that's what started the beef. I do have an honorable mention for biggest jump ever is Kim's spray tan.
Yeah, for this reunion.
Yeah. I even had to pause it and be like, hey Jeff, look at her palms. So anybody who's getting a spray tan, you understand that your palms don't change colors like that. Mm-hmm. You can put like cream on them, or you can like do something. If your palms are the same color as like your like chest and arms, something's going wrong. Something's going terribly wrong. So honorable mention for that.
All right. Not to double up, but my answer is Kim.
Kim loses forever. Okay.
Well, now that you put it like that, I don't back down from what I'm saying.
I agree. Yeah. I think if Kim was interesting in any way, I would be less vicious about her. But like, there's nothing remarkable about this woman.
No, she is always ready to brush hair, though. She's always ready.
Yes. She gets mad when they tell her she can't bring her chihuahua in her purse to Walmart. How dare they?
Well, at home, she keeps all her old toys around just in case.
That's right. She wants to go home from the buffet.
She packs as much as she can into that. They have a limit on the scales that she had set.
She's like, let me see the manager.
That potato salad doesn't count now.
That's right.
You go get Dave.
That's right.
She has a cat named Mouse, and she thinks that's hilarious.
She does indeed. Yes. She goes to a restaurant and stays long after and tells the person, I know the owner.
She also is getting serious with Marcus.
I mean, they are in their 30s, Jeff. 30s. Marcus's biological clock is ticking so loud. If they are pregnant by the time we see them in season 13, I'm going to burn the house down. Like, somebody intervene. What is California's DFACS, Department of Family and Children's Services? Can we do like a preemptive call? Can we call and be like, hey man, don't let this happen?
You need to go put a steel trap. Well, you got a chastity belt situation.
I mean, listen, like they have broken up so many times. Maybe one will just stick. But also, too, Marcus seems like he needs a woman. He doesn't seem like the kind of man that could be without a woman.
Yeah, but just because you need something, you don't deserve it.
Right. But I mean, he also really wants to be gay. So, like, as long as
Look, just 10, 20, 30%, just 40,
40, 80, 92.
Wait, I meant not. Did you say that's my percentage gay?
Yeah.
It's like 80, 20,
yeah,
60, 40.
80, like 110.
60.
Yeah, for sure. And, like clinging to Kim keeps him from having to grapple with anything that he has, any serious things. But let's talk about some things that we want to see, because we do know that it has been renewed for season 13.
Right.
So, like, what are some things you either really want to let go of or you really want to come see more of?
I could let go of some Marcus and Kim.
Okay. Jeff be hating on Kim and Marcus.
Well, it's just coming up. It's all coming up here at the end. I didn't mean for it to snowball like that.
And we got a close-up of her face at the end. I was upset. It was like a jump scare. I can't. It's too much glitter.
Some folks I want to see more of like Shayne, Venus, Natalie, Audrey. I think that those 4 could almost be like a tour. I think they could put a show together and go around one. I mean, I have some more, but
I have 2 like major ones. Number 1, I want like more interrelationships. Like none of this, oh, we dated for a few minutes, we never really slept together. Like, oh, I want like because we're watching season 3 right now, and these people are so enmeshed. Nobody can take a step without another person realizing how long it took. You know what I mean? Like they are just so up each other's butts. And I think that that's kind of what this show is missing. And maybe it's the Gen Z of it all or what, but like get in there and like date. Like you're watching Southern Hospitality. And there are like actual literal couples on there.
Right.
Like I want to see it. Like this stuff is a real tease. I want that. And also this is kind of a hot take. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I think we should kind of retire Lisa Vanderpump's input in these later seasons and let Demi be the LVP.
You don't think so? You would think Demi gets the bump here rather than like an OG member coming back and taking that over.
Yeah, I mean Peter's around.
I thought about. Well, I don't know if he's gonna have the same power entering the room.
No, I think Demi has it in her. Like she, I think
that.
She has kind of that kind of like flatline abrasiveness, but also she knows everybody well enough. And Lisa, she's obviously not clocked in. You know, like let this woman go home. She's 65 years old. Take her pumps off, pet her Jiggy the Fourth, and just like relax.
Because I could see like Katie doing it.
Katie, they don't want Katie. Katie's mean now. And I'm going to buy mean.
Good.
No, exactly. No, we need somebody who is kind of like still in there. You know, like Katie's not going to come back and freaking like assign sections and send somebody home for being too drunk.
Well, neither is LVB.
I know, exactly. But like, that's why Demi's in there.
Yes.
Like, Demi's in the mix.
I like that. I
want it too. And like, obviously, no more kink shaming, no more sex shaming. Let these people be as kinky and as sexy as they want.
Yeah. Maybe they'll have some casual sex and be cool with it.
Please, by all means.
I have a big one also.
Okay.
I love, I'm always looking for new people. I'm like, bring some more people.
Yeah, you love fresh meat.
That. But as I was thinking about it, and change ups, like who can go where, I was like, you know what? Sir just needs a change up. I think like this young crew is in here. They've got all this input from a younger generation. Shake it up. Give it a different theme. Put a new menu out there. This is the same stuff, people have been seeing for a while. Nobody's clamoring for the food, so why not mess with it a little bit?
Give me an example.
Do we need crab cakes, goat cheese balls, the fried chicken thing? The stuff that we know of is like, if this business isn't doing as well as they keep talking about it, why not mess with it a little bit?
Though,
ask these kids what they want. Where would they go?
One of our guests said
make it look like that. Make the place reflective of the people that we are led to believe think work there.
Right, but now it's kind of just a set, though, right? And so if you change up the entire set, poor Jason, Chris is going to have to learn a whole new menu.
Oh, he's got Natalie. They'll do it. They'll put it together.
I mean, that is not this show, though. Like that the show about the restaurant and changing it up. That's the show you want.
I think that they'd be excited to get to work in a place that they helped design. Like
that they have to work in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Every now and then.
Yeah,
they just influence the place. We have, we've got DJs to show off now. If it like McKenna, not just like somebody that was a waiter and then bumped into the DJ and DJ Blackout. I mean, we've got 2-star DJs here.
Why does everybody want to be a damn DJ? Right? Everyone wants to be a damn DJ. But it is, after the end of season 1, it is fairly common for some folks to float away into other careers and new folks float in. So I kind of like that a little bit. That like the idea that like we're kind of like renewing and refreshing, I think. I mean, I think that Sir is going to take their fried goat cheese balls to their grave. You're going to pry them out of their cold, dead hands.
Well, keep a few of the staples for sure. But just, looks wise.
Well,
judge it up a little.
While you are meditating on that, just know that
I'm going to let it sizzle.
He's going to let it sizzle.
As I've learned this season, as a matter of fact. Thank you.
Guess what else he's letting sizzle? His season 12 playlist. He is working so hard for you guys. You guys know we always come out with a playlist, like depending on what character. This is Jeff's entire purview right here. This is
my first one as like it's still on. You know, I'm always used to going back.
Is that more or less pressure?
More.
Okay. This is kind of like the question that Brooke asked me earlier about why my phone text was so big. Do you feel like you will be able to like get the pulse of these very young children?
I mean, I know the music that's been released in the last year or two.
Okay, so you feel good about it because I would be like some square. So I feel between the two of us, you're the more competent one here.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, and it's a random year. Like 2013, what all can you tell me came out that year right off the bat?
Well, because of you, I have a whole list now.
Well, right, but it's fun to go diving in, and really, it's kind of fun to go deeper, explore the past year.
Yeah,
just a couple months later.
So when this airs, we'll have Top Chef.
Listening to it.
Yes, you'll be listening to it, but we'll have Top Chef, both the premiere recap and we talk about America's Culinary Cup. We are also talking about season 3. Vanderpump Rules. We have some fun stuff. Go find us on socials. Go like, rate, review us on all the podcast platforms. That gets us seen. And by all means, send us. Also, we are coming to the end of our voting for the Terriana. I always say Terriano. And so it's coming down to it. So if you have opinions, send them to me. Is that it? You're saying goodbye? Jeff says goodbye, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.